Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today for your daily tarot reading. I ask you to choose the stone that draws you, the pile of cards that draws you. It can be more than one pile, and I will put the timestamps in the description box so that you can find your stone quickly. And let's see. For those of you who chose the Tiger's Eye, we've got, sorry about that, the Strength card, the Three of Swords, and the Ace of Coins. So, the Strength card is a wonderful card. It is divine protection and strength. That's what that is. It's the strength that's born of love. It's the strength that's born of eternity. We have the eternity, the infinity symbol above this woman's head. So, this is the strength to soothe, to calm, and it's a spiritual strength. A lot of times that card comes up when Spirit really does want us to know that we've got some divine protection and strength. We can allow it to flow through us along with the love and the calming kind of feeling. Sometimes Spirit brings us up to let us know that if we are someone who can calm people down in a crisis, who can neutralize a situation when others are angry, who can use compassion and gentleness to just, stabilize things, allow things to get done. Sometimes Spirit will give us this card to tell us we're doing a good job of that. So I think sometimes that's important to recognize too. The Three of Swords is usually about some sort of heartache, some source of heartache or frustration or disappointment that it's in the past, but it keeps recurring, or else you keep getting reminders of it. So those are not fresh wounds. Sometimes people look at that card and go, oh my gosh, that doesn't look good at all. But the thing is, that doesn't mean something's coming. That means probably that something has been, and you're going to be reminded of it. It could be, there could be a recurrent kind of pattern going on in your life that is just, it just hurts a little. It's not the way you want it to be. Swords a lot of times are thoughts. Can be speech, can be somebody saying something to you, someone in your environment who is not very nice to you in the way they speak to you, and that comes up now and again. Could be that, but it could also be your own thoughts, poor self-worth, or those thoughts that seem to punish you a little bit when you remember something. I don't know, that Three of Swords, whenever that card comes up, I think we really are encouraged to look at that and to entertain the thought of just letting them go, asking Spirit to heal those thoughts, those patterns, asking Spirit to help us with that. A lot of times we're hanging on to the sources of repeated frustration or hurt. We're hanging on to them because we think, maybe we think we deserve them. Maybe we think that we have to remember them to protect ourselves in the future. A lot of times we're hanging on to things and we don't even know we are. So I think Spirit sometimes brings us that card to ask us to look at that. We can forgive ourselves for everything. We can be done with receiving hurtful messages from either our own thoughts or from someone else. And not to say we can control other people, but there is sometimes just a natural end to that when we absolutely know that it's not our fault. It's not about anything we did or didn't do. It's not about who we are. It's just stuff from outside of us. So sometimes Spirit is trying to bring you some comfort, some self-love. Self-love is usually the way to go when you see the Three of Swords, the self-love to allow that wound to heal, and protect yourself. Yes. And we have the Ace of Coins at the same time. Spirit's also trying to bring in a source of security for you, trying to help you enhance your sense of security. health or wealth or otherwise, trying to help you to feel safer. See, this is all about safety here, isn't it? And feeling safe enough to say, I deserve to put an end to hurtful thoughts, self-punishing thoughts, hurtful patterns to myself. I deserve to be done with that. And in fact, Spirit will help me and I don't need to worry. It's that kind of thing. So I hope that's helpful. And for those of you who chose the green stone, we have the magician. Oh, we have 4. Didn't know we had 4. And 2 of them are major arcana. Wow, look at that. Well, we'll just put them as they unfolded. So the magician is powerful to manifest. So that's a very powerful card, as is the world. The world card is sort of success, completion. You've got the world, that kind of thing. So boy, there's a lot of power in this reading. Lots of power in this reading. But you know what's interesting about it to me is because there's all this spiritual power and all these indicators to me that you are good at manifesting and you are good at having successes. Both. But yet, these 2 cards suggest to me, and these are stable too, they're 4s, that there may be something you're retreating from, something you're dissatisfied with, some need to take good care of yourself and to really ask yourself, what is it that you want? What is it that you need? Is Spirit trying to offer you a cup, a message, trying to make you feel good about yourself, I feel like? Because, those upright cups are usually sources of emotional fulfillment. They're good. They're nice. They're nice emotions. And in this case, this person is not receiving this one that's coming out of the clouds. And in this case, the person is needing to retreat from planning, from thinking, from, sort of being in his or her intellect. So I am wondering if Spirit is wanting to tell you that you are quite powerful, that you have accomplished, that you do have the world in your hands, and please enjoy it. Please take good care of yourself. Please receive. If there are messages that help you to feel good about yourself, please receive those. I just see cards for somebody who is quite capable and has been quite successful in showing how capable they can be. But yet, for some reason, they're not letting that sink into their soul, that kind of positive self-regard. So I think Spirit is trying to help you with that and trying to challenge you to receive that and treat yourself very well. That's what I'm seeing with these. Because you will continue to manifest. And you don't have anything to prove. There's a completion card here. There's nothing you need to prove. So I think there's time and there's space and there's room for you to be good to yourself and for you to have some enjoyment and for you to have rest and respite from the thinking. There's time and space for that in your life. You've made that time and space for that. And I think Spirit wants you to enjoy that. For those of you who chose the yellow jasper, we have two major arcana, the Judgment card, the Devil card, and the 8 of Cups. So the Judgment card is about clarity and good judgment. The Devil is feeling bedeviled. And that's if our thoughts are kind of going round and round about something, we're a little obsessive maybe even, or we're just sort of worrying, or we're doing something kind of repetitively, we're in a pattern that we're having trouble getting out of. Well, guess what? It looks like there is coming clarity and good judgment about that. Like all of a sudden the heavens are sort of opening up, the clouds are kind of parting, and angels are really helping you to see this situation clearly. There may be something you're allowing yourself to be chained to. that you really don't need to. Sometimes the more we worry, the more we're clenching, we're hanging on to it with both fists, and we're gonna stay focused on the problem until we resolve it. But the thing is, some problems can't be resolved that quickly, and sometimes worry gets to be the habit. And sometimes we need to disconnect. And that's what I see here with the Eight of Cups. This person, it's not like they're miserable. They have sources of emotional fulfillment in their lives, but they're going to take a little time apart. They're going to take a little time to think about what would be the desires of their heart. What do they want today? What do they want at this time in their life? And how can we expand upon that? You know, how what kind of action may be taken to help bring a little more of that into your life? So I think this is these are good cards, because if something's been sort of bedeviling you lately, you're going to get clarity about that and going to feel more freedom to do what's emotionally fulfilling for you. Okay, for those of you who had the blue stone, we've got the Hermit, the 10 of coins, and we've got the Hanged Man. And now the Hermit comes up when Hermit has a message for you, when Spirit's got something to tell you. And Spirit is saying, please spend some time with me. Really, the Hanged Man is doing that too, because that's a meditative pose. It's sort of like sometimes it's not time to act, sometimes it is time to, and it doesn't mean, maybe later in the day it will be time to act, but right now it really may be time to spend time in meditation or getting in touch with who you are, taking a delay, taking time to see things from another perspective, taking time to come to some acceptance of the way things are and get to this place where it won't be so stressful, to take the next action. You will have put it down already for a little while and taken some time to connect spiritually. You know what I mean? The 10 of coins is about security. It's a reassurance that you have security, that you've built security. You may have security of the generations. You may have security financially. You may have it with health, but you have a foundation. Now, the 10 of coins, it doesn't necessarily mean you're super wealthy. It doesn't necessarily mean you have super abundant health, but it means you've got this nice solid foundation that you've built. And that's good. That's good. It's a reassuring card. Sometimes it comes up when there's security being lent from beyond, when family on the other side are trying to say, remember, we're family. Remember, we're going to help provide for you. We're going to help you with that. So sometimes there's that. That could be with this Hermit card. Spirit wanting to give you a message. There could be someone on the other side wanting to reassure you, wanting to help you change your perspective on something, not get stressed out by a delay, not feel like you have to act right now, but to get a new perspective, an enlightened perspective with this halo around this person's head. So these are very powerful cards, and they're good cards. Very nice, reassuring cards. Well, I thank you all so very much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.